Wait, I can't even go live on TikTok. What do you mean? What do you mean? Let's see if we go live on TikTok today. Nope. No TikTok today. That's okay. We didn't want no TikTok anyway. We're a strong, independent bird. Yeah. Look at me go, guys. Look, I have hand tracking now. Isn't that cool? Yeah. Isn't that cool? Hello. Hi. Let's get this party started. We got to start our little machine here. Who is that? Is that Cicada? Let me get the chat over here. There we go. That's Cicada. I can see your chat over there. We're live on YouTube and Twitch. And our little thing down there isn't coming up today. That's kind of stinky poo-poos. The little notifier down there about like the people that are on here and stuff, so I can see if there's people here or not. It's not working today. Look at me go. Yeah. Good morning. Good morning, Nova. Let me get started here. Oh, wait, nope. Stop. Stop. Hold on. Stop. Start. No. Okay. Start. There we go. Okay. It's a little confusing. It's got a really glitchy remote sometimes, which is really stinky because if I lose this remote, this thing becomes useless. We got to go for that 3.6. Got to get up and got to do our speed. There we go. Yeah. Look, guys, I have hands today. Look at that. Isn't that cool? I figured it out. I have a 1080p camera instead of a 720p camera, and it has, what is it called? More FOV, so I can actually do this now. Yeah. Hey, Onyx. How's it going today? Yeah, this is the exercising stream. Whenever you see the Jerry, that's usually indicative of not a VR chat stream. Surprise tackle hug so hard that you fly out the window. I don't want to fly out the window. I'm on the second floor. Don't do that. No. No, don't do that. We're on the second floor. You don't do that. No. Cicada says, won't be here for too long. I'm planning to do an eep. Heck yeah. Go get those snugs. Either go get those snugs or find a bird and snug. Do the thing you gotta do. Yeah. I like how I just do these streams and I just call it CheetiChat. So no matter what it is that I'm doing, it just works. So how you guys doing today? It is a beautiful Wednesday. We have our Wowie Wednesday stuff to do today, and we're going to do something a little bit different. We're going to do 2 Wowie Wednesdays in one day. Isn't that cool? Yeah. What do I mean by that? Well, we're going to do the regular Wowie Wednesday meetup today, which won't be hosted by me for once. That'll be hosted by Blender. They'll be doing the recording and everything. And then there'll be another one later in the day at around 8 p.m. my time. And we will see if that works out okay or not. Yeah, we'll be doing 2 videos and then combining them. The Wowie Wednesday from the past 2 weeks has been posted. If you're interested in that, that is in the SBF Discord server on the YouTube, Twitter, and Blue Sky. All of those things. Zveno says, I like the look of the Wowie Wednesday stuff. Heck yeah. We've been trying to keep up on it. We've been basically doing it for the past 2 years now, I think. 2 years of Wowie Wednesday. Isn't that crazy? With the previous week's posted, it was combined with this week's Wowie Wednesday video. If you'll notice, there was 2 different scenes in the Wowie Wednesday video today. A darker one, and then the lighter one. And that's because that was 2 different weeks, because I completely missed last week. Huh. 2? Yeah, that means more birds. But that gives you a chance to join too. Sveno says, I think your tracking is a little wonky. I'm trying to fix it. I'm trying. So what Warudo does is it basically opens up a very small tracking window for the camera. And even though the camera is 1080p, it only seems to really render like 320 by 240, which is like ridiculously low, low tracking quality. And the camera's like 3 feet away, 3 or 4 feet away from me. What is that, like 1.5 meters away from my face. So the tracking quality is not the best. But I do have hands. I have my face, even though a little glitchy. I just have to open my eyes a little bit more and it kind of tracks a little better. Nova Vipachawagon says, I reset all my groups. I'm not there anymore. You can definitely join again. No problems there. You are allowed back for sure. It also kind of came to my my attention, because this is not the first time this has happened, but if for whatever reason you randomly get removed without any type of warning whatsoever from the SBF or my friend group, definitely reach out. That's not supposed to be happening. I don't know what Discord's issue is, but it's been doing that. I don't know why. Can I make excuses? You don't have to make excuses. I mean, here's the thing. If for some reason you have to leave Discord groups or whatever to better your life or anything like that, I am absolutely understanding of that. So if you have to get going to do things, I understand. Somebody there says they're going to get Quest Pro soon. I don't see the message popping up on the chat over there. Where is that coming from? Am I not getting YouTube messages now? Uh-oh. I think somebody over on YouTube is trying to say something and I don't see it. It's not Twitch. Yeah, I don't know where that's coming from. Hold on, let me hop off of this real quick here. I'm having a lot of trouble today. I guess click this one. Activate. Oh, there we go. I got it. This is a new thing it's been doing recently. It's not actually, there's a couple things that aren't working right. Now we got YouTube going. All right, let me see if I can catch up on this. Cleaner says I'm getting a Quest Pro soon, so I'm gonna have eye tracking. It's Cleaner. Yeah, there we go. So just so you know, the Quest Pro is out of production. And unfortunately, Meta seems to kind of want to kill it a little bit. I don't think they're actually doing it on purpose. It's just that they're pushing all the updates for the Quest 3, and the Quest Pro is just going to having to deal with whatever the heck it is that they send to them, or send to the headsets. So right now, it's a question on whether or not the Quest Pro will actually even work on a certain day, depending on the update it gets that day. I don't know if I would suggest getting a Quest Pro, but maybe if you're going to spend a whole heck ton of money, I would maybe suggest something else. To be perfectly honest, I only have it because I have it, and it wasn't doing all this crap beforehand. But now it is, and I just want to let you know beforehand, before you even go and spend $700 to $800 or whatever it is on eBay, that you might be buying a bricked or broken product before you even open it. Oh no. So it does work. Like, the headset itself sort of works. There are people who are starting to realize that when they boot up the Quest Pro, the visuals in the eyes get turned into clown vomit. I haven't experienced that yet, but I'm assuming that at some point that may happen. So just be on the lookout for that. I use virtual desktop, if that makes any difference. So if you want to do that, you definitely can. The controllers is where the majority of the issues lie. They keep sending out updates to the controllers, and sometimes the controllers won't track at all. Sometimes the controllers will lose their visual tracking, but they'll have rotation data, so they'll rotate, but they won't actually move in space. Or they'll overheat, which is the weirdest thing for a controller to do, but the controller will overheat and shut off. Oh. And my tracking for my character stopped working. Dude, what an awesome day. Oh my gosh, I'm on a field day here. Let me just continue to read the comments here. Cleaner, or Sveno says, I recommend testing it out before deciding to return it because it may work for you. Hi, are you doing an exercise or something? Yes, that's what I'm doing. I'm on a treadmill right now. Let me see if I can fix this. I don't want to have to keep doing this every... I think it might be the camera I'm using. Come on, shut off. Here. Hey, Crow. Wobbly Mill. Hi. How you doing? Treadmill VTuber. That's something I know, right? Okay, I'm going to switch over to the other camera because I think this one is having issues. Okay. And then to save that, I believe we have to shut it off now. So off with you. Yes, save. Aw, Sven, look at all that. Okay, and then boot it back up. Where is it? There it is. Okay. But this also means that hand tracking may not work now, so that's nice. Hayo got abducted. Oh no. Let's see. Is it gonna work? Does my hand tracking still work? It still works! Hey, look at that. Okay, maybe we have a chance. And not gonna lie, it sort of looks like the eye tracking seems to be working a little bit better too. How cool. Cleaner says I'd rather return the headset if it'll become bricked eventually. I don't think it's that it's gonna get bricked. It's hard to say, really. If you hadn't bought it already, I may have given you a warning beforehand, because there are also the Vive headsets. There's 2 other Vive headsets that have full face tracking on them that I think in some ways is better than the Quest Pro. It is more expensive though. But they're still properly supported, I guess you could say. They're not the best supported. Vive is not usually the best with keeping on top of their stuff, but it's got to be better than what I'm dealing with on this Quest Pro. Sometimes if you see me streaming on Quest Pro, you'll see my hands just randomly disconnect, and then I fight it for the next 5 minutes. It's really annoying. If it's used, just give it a shot. Maybe you'll have some better luck. Maybe I got a bad one or something. You never know. But I'm having some really not so great time with it at the moment. Sveno says, ooh, new Ivy Comb song today. Very nice. Sveno also says, I think Neo uses Quest Pro and they don't have too many issues. The thing with that is Neo doesn't use the Pro controllers. From my understanding, he uses Index. He uses Index controllers, which don't have this issue. So it's the controllers that are mainly the problem. Everything else more or less kind of works. It's just the controllers I really have an issue with. I'm waiting. There we go. For me, Quest Pro controllers go to sleep very quickly if you're not moving them. That's another thing too. Like if you're a person who likes to cuddle and snuggle up to people in VR chat, you may find that the Quest Pro controllers, after about 10 to 15 seconds of not moving, they'll just go to sleep, and then you'll lose tracking. And they do that because the controllers tend to overheat really bad. So they try to make them so that they don't stay on for an extended period of time. So they make it go to sleep super quick. Nova Viper says, so many smaller wallabies I can bully. Hey, you better watch out. Cleaner's a master of mass destruction. Cleaner says, what's the most affordable face tracking solution? Unfortunately, it is actually the Quest Pro, from my understanding. There we go. You're bouncing between streams again? You don't gotta do that, you know. If you want to go watch somebody else, please do. I understand. Cleaner says, I'm an illuminate admiral. You bully me, you get into big trouble. You don't want to bully that bird or that raptor. Gotta watch out. Just because they're fluffy doesn't mean they can't bite you. Wow. Crow says, but fluffy means cute. Not always. It's kind of like a lion. They're super fluffy. But if you just kind of go up to one expecting a hug, you might be sorely mistaken. Remember, a wallaby have teeth. See? They're basically that one fish you caught. Yeah. That shark. But that one's a friend. That one's a stuffed animal. That one's a friend. We take good care of those friends. I'm not saying that we don't take care of Cleaner. You don't know that, Nova. Just you wait. Your ankles are going to be so nibbled. Just you wait. Wowee. Wow. What a volley is that? That was a cute volley. Very grumpy volley, but a very cute volley. Waba, says Crow Scientist. Zveno says, my cat has small teeth. They still hurt, though. That's Aubrey volley. Ooh. Cleaner says, raise your sharp teeth and razor sharp talons. Although we do use rail guns and gauze guns like 99% of the time. Yeah, we're not primitive. We're advanced smart thinking raptors. By the way, did you know that we have a last Cheeto option up here now? I've changed it from chirps to Cheetos because I guess that makes more sense, right? Let's get this fan actually pointed at us. There we go. That's much better. What was I doing that for? I have a fan on in here, but it wasn't pointing at me the whole time. What the heck was I thinking? Nova Vipitwagon says, smart raptors. You all there setting up an ambush while with fancy guns, but looking the wrong way. What do you mean? We're looking right at you. You see these eyeballs? I got glasses. I can see you just fine. What are you talking about? Cleaner says, smarter than humans. Humans can't even figure out the fusion-powered spaceships and fully functional warp drives. Yes, but we also have one single brain cell that we share amongst each other. But it's a smart one. It's a smart brain cell. A volley. Incredibly dangerous. Sharp talons. Sharp teeth. You better watch out. But also, I'm cute. Please pat my head. I am smart. SMRT. I mean, SMART. Yeah. You know, I tested out the hand tracking thing yesterday, and it didn't work whatsoever. But today, it's working so much better. Look, I can actually reach out to you guys and give you hugs. You know. See, I think Cleaner's got it. That's from what is that? Simpsons, if I remember correctly. That's Homer saying that. Hey, you stole the words right out of my keyboard. Delicious, delicious words. I stole them. I ate them. They were delicious. Because now I'm smart. SMRT. I mean, SMART. Delicious. Smart words. It's like smart water. Except words. Oh, I think my phone's ringing. Oh. I just realized it's trash day. Nice. Now you have to run a Roombas. You legit said the references I was about to send. Hey, great minds think alike, right, Cleaner? Yeah, the weird thing about what happened earlier today, I could not look you up. It was so weird. I tried putting in CL3NR and it just would not come up. It was so strange. Discord be doing funky things. Cleaner says, I tried sending you a message and it said I couldn't. We weren't friends anymore. Oh no, I got so grumpy. You posted your dislike of Cheetos, and I knew that we could no longer be friends anymore. And I got rid of you, and now I'm No, I want to say that. That would really confuse people. Never mind. I had to message you on Twitter instead. Yeah, I mean, at least we still had each other over there. Don't forget to start a Blue Sky, too. Sveno says, I recently found this stream called Gebus, and they have the best tracking I've ever seen. It's not so much the best tracking that you've ever seen. It's just that the, how do you say, their avatar is... Oh, it broke again. It's literally working right there, though. Huh. Why is it breaking? It's loading something in the background. I'm waiting to see if it fixes itself. So today, I love Cheetos though. I know, right? They're so good. They're so cheesy. You gotta get that Cheeto. You gotta get the Cheeto. But no, their tracking isn't any better than anyone else's, I don't think. It's just that their avatar is set up to take advantage of their particular facial features, because everyone's face is different. So, not, like for instance, when I smile, my eyes squint because I have these bigger upper, what are these things called? The cheeks up here. They go up into my eyes, which make my eyes look like they get smaller, and my avatar squints. But I don't want my avatar to do that. But the only way to fix that is to get the avatar specifically done for me. And I think that's what Gebus has done, because I've seen their videos before, and their tracking really does look pretty dang good. That, and they always choose a world where their computer can get the maximum amount of FPS. So the worlds they go to are usually really, really simple from what he can see. So like he doesn't have like a fully fleshed out world usually. It's just a little scene for him to sit in. And then you see that scene and it runs super efficiently. So you get 60 FPS all the time. And it just looks really, really smooth and buttery and so good. And he does a really good job at it too. I try to do that myself. My computer is not perfect, so whenever I start doing all the streaming stuff, it doesn't do 60 FPS. I really want it to, but it doesn't. Whew. Hold on, I gotta stop talking for a second. Nova says, if you don't get Cheeto dust all over your lips, you're not doing it right. That sounds so weird. Sveno says, I should try and find some Cheetos in the UK, compare them to What's-Its. You know, the funny thing is when we came from the US to the UK, we actually had to bring Cheetos over because they apparently don't sell them over there. And they let us through customs with it. So our friends all got to try Cheetos. And I found out, I think it was What's-Its that we tried. I like the What's-Its better. They're a little less cheesy, a little bit more crunchy. And the less cheesiness is a good thing because if you eat too many Cheetos, you'll actually get kind of sick. It's you don't want to do that. I have already walked 1.5 miles. Nova says, we do have Cheetos, but they're rare. Yeah, we couldn't find them anywhere over there. I got 5 more minutes and then I can stop. And then maybe I can fix whatever the heck is going on with my avatar. I noticed a few different things have broken today. My chat system broke. My notifier of how many people are here has broke. And my my character on screen here has broken numerous times today. I don't know what's causing it. I wish I could figure it out. I also noticed it's not seeing the messages from YouTube anymore either. Oh, there it goes. Now it sees it. Took a while. Do you like something more than Cheetos? See, I'm not like the guy who absolutely can't live without Cheetos. I am the Cheeto. Sveno says, and your voice by the sounds of it. My voice doesn't sound messed up, does it? I mean, I'm a little winded right now because I've been walking pretty quick here. Nova says, so are the British of Bali in your chat are free to take? Well, I mean, Cleaner is an American bird. Actually, Cleaner's not technically a bird. I believe their main character is a rabbit. They're a rabbit or a bunny. I'm not sure what the difference between the two is. Sveno says, wait, does that make you a cannibal? Well, I'm a living Cheeto, and then Cheetos, like the regular Cheetos, are just a snack. So, I don't think it's the same thing. Cleaner says, nuh-uh, I'm an Avalon bird. Okay, that's cool. I thought you were still, like, meaning your rabbit there. It's your picture, after all. Sveno says, I will conquer you. I think you're going to need a little bit of help, but remember, everything's a pack activity. We must take over Nova together. Nova says, I'm sipping an Earl Grey right now. What do you think I am? I see. Cleaner says my profile picture on YouTube is Orion. Just because of my branding. I gotcha. Sveno says, holy crap, I just saw the greatest thing ever. I'll put a pic in the Discord. I can't see it right now because I'm on a treadmill. I don't have access to the computer. Oh, I got 1 more minute and I can hop off. Heck yeah. Whew. Man, I don't know if I'll be able to do this tomorrow, to be honest. Tomorrow is supposed to go up to 91 degrees. I think that's 33 degrees Celsius. And if the AC is struggling to keep this room cool, which it is, I don't know if I'm able to do this. May have to see what I can do. Maybe I can bring the treadmill downstairs. But then I can't stream, so we'll have to see how that goes. Hot Cheetos stick to everything, Lon. The shirt I'm wearing definitely is sticking to me right now. There we go. We hit 30 minutes. I'm gonna hop off. I may have to readjust this thing. It looks like the belt on the treadmill was going off to the right. Okay, off. Wait for it to shut down. Almost. There we go. Okay, now I can move it over. So the cool thing about this treadmill is that it's basically just flat. There's no like docking thing for it for you to put like a tablet or your phone or whatever. So I just pick it up, put it on the side of the room, and now I have the entire room to myself again. And now I'm going to sit in front of this computer and see if I can figure out what the heck is the deal with all of my stuff. So what are you waiting on? It says it's connecting. What if I just close this? Alright, so I saw something earlier. Apparently on YouTube, I have 3 whole streams that I'm apparently doing at all times. So I'm going to disable those. Let me go see if I can do that really quick. So let's go to YouTube. And you guys are free to try and help me along the way. But let's see here. Let's go over to YouTube. And I have a notification from Sveno. It says, wow, I was going crazy. Heck yeah, you were. Let's see here. Go to YouTube Studio. Wow, can you guys believe it? We're at 1,542 subscribers over on YouTube right now. Isn't that nuts? Apparently, we've gained 121 in the last 28 days. That's kind of scary. 121 new people looking at the stuff I do. All right, live. Okay. Here's all the live replays. Doesn't look like there's anything that should be confused. Apparently, my very first stream on YouTube with Hayo was back on January 24th, 2023. And I was a Diwali back then, so I've been part of this for at least more than 2 years now. I've been doing the Cheetybird stuff And it looks like I was making comics in this stream too. So I was even making comics 2.5 years ago. That's wild. I used to make comics live on stream. Isn't that cool? Is that something you guys would be interested in watching? Me doing that? So there's nothing wrong there. So we'll close that. Now, what is it that runs the little meter thing down there that's broken at the moment? Let me see if I can just reset it. Nova says VR chat now has a calendar feature. This is very interesting. That is pretty cool because that means that we can actually plan out events in advance. That'd be pretty cool. Well, at least it has an idle animation. Thrown gift alert. I need to set up a new sound effect for gift alerts. Because it's very, very simple right now, and I really want it to like go nuts when someone gives me like a can of Pop Pepsi or something. Like that'd be so cool. YouTube stream elements. Where is it? Stream avatars. It's right here. Where is this? Viewer counter. Click. Oh, I think my phone's going off again. Crash day, I know. Let's see if we can just reset it. Cheeto difficulties. Yeah, we're having Cheeto difficulties. We're doing it live on stream today. Why are you not working? So this is what? This is... What website does this? Streamlabs does this. Streamlabs. Apparently Streamlabs has a new desktop app now. I don't want to like switch over to that though. Download the Streamlabs plugin for OBS to easily use tools like alerts, overlays, widgets, and more in OBS. But do I need to do that? All widgets. Viewer counter. And it sort of looks like it's broken on here too, actually. So let's pretend to break it and then maybe bring it back. And it's still broken. Add a viewer counter directly in Streamlabs desktop, or the Streamlabs plugin for OBS, or add the URL above as a browser source in another software. Launch. Oh. Well, I think that's working, so let me try that. But first I want to see if the details are any different. The details are different. Or no, they're not different. They're working right there. Why aren't they working in Streamlabs? Or not Streamlabs, OBS? Like I can open it in a browser, and it works just fine. Although I notice my webcam thing broke again. It's just on a field day today. Why is everything breaking? This is cleaner if you're still there. This is why I'm saying, like, if you do get your Quest Pro today and it's like not a brand spanking new one, I would say maybe just give it a shot. There could just very well be a chance that I just might be having some difficulties with it for some strange reason. I do know other people do have issues as well, and I might just be in that little thing where whatever it is that I do on my computer, which is a lot, might actually be causing an issue for my Quest Pro somehow. Because I only ever use it for PC VR, and it might actually work just fine in standalone mode, and I'm just doing something stupid. Like the only thing I can think of is to close. You know, let me try this. Let me try something stupid, and this better not work. But this, let's see. Viewer counter number 2. Enter. We're gonna make it what, 400 by 300. Okay. See, it just doesn't work. But it works. Let me try and open it in a different browser. Like, let's see here. What comes with Windows? Let me delete this first, so I don't end up accidentally leaving it there. Control, delete. Yes. Let's see here. Oh. Okay, I think I see what I might have done wrong. Apparently I didn't copy the whole link. Look at how smart I am, guys. Aren't I smart? I'm such a smart bird. I think it was Streamlabs. Such a smart bird. I didn't think to check the whole link, because the link is like an entire paragraph long to get this working. And I didn't think to look at the whole link to see if it was actually copied right. See, now it seems to be working. So copy the link. Go right here, properties, paste. And that does look like the whole link. Oh my god, it well, guys, remember, you know, a volley have one single brain cell and they try to do it all at the same time. Now remember, I'm a professional streamer, okay? This entire time I was doing this is for your entertainment. I didn't do that on accident. No, I did that on purpose. Wasn't that funny to watch? Haha. Haha, wasn't that funny? You got to see me struggle there for a little bit, but I wasn't actually struggling. I was doing it on purpose for your entertainment. Yeah. There you go. Yeah, I got it working again. So now that works, I mean, now that I let it work, now let's see if we can get the face tracking thing to work again. So let me point this down a little bit more, because I'm not on the treadmill anymore. Boot up Warudo again. And I gotta look forward so it syncs up right. Okay, it booted. Wow, look at that, guys. Wow, isn't that cool? Now I'm going to close this window so it doesn't even have a chance to crash. For some reason, they call it the editor, and the editor crashes, and it takes the whole program down. So I'm closing the editor, and now we have a bird. Yeah. Isn't that cool? We have a bird now. Hopefully now it works. I'm not going to find out right now because I need to go take a shower now because I'm a stinky bird. I need to go take a shower. A volley time. Hey, they're awesome. What is that? Hold on. Awesome. Oh, awesome cyborgs. There we go. I'm trying to read awesome C Borgs. I don't know why I tried to read it like that. Hi, how's it going? Sveno says, that's just ammonia. Actually, Cheetie is not a... Although, as a Jerry, they are. Actually, the Jerry is a little bit not Cheetie accurate. But the person that that did this particular volley is a very cool individual, and I am not going to change the textures on this avatar because right now they're not around. They may not. They're around, but they're not part of the Avali group anymore. They've kind of gone and done their own thing, and I don't want to lose basically this piece of memory of them. So I'm keeping this Jerry as is. But technically, this Jerry is not lore accurate to Cheetie. He is an Earthavali. So all of his extremities, like the insides of his ears and stuff, are red because he has water-based blood. Although on the Jerry, you'll notice in here, is purple because on this one, the artist that did it believed that Cheetie was a regular Avali. Whoa, what is that? Is that a Pokemon? Look at that on the screen there. That's pretty cool. Random says, oh no, Stinky Bird, do I need to go get the decontamination spray, Hayo? No. No, you don't need to do that. What do you mean? Nuh-uh. By the way, I don't care about numbers, but I love to see certain things happen. When the bird came back on the screen, it went from 4 viewers to 10. Look at what birds do, guys. Birds come on the screen, we follow. I'm just messing around, but that I do find that funny. Somebody said, do Avali sweat? That is a question I don't know. I would say probably not, because normally Avali don't have to experience hot weather normally. Although Cheetie would probably be a little bit different in that regard. But if you think about it, Cheetie isn't a bird, he's a raptor, right? But I don't think raptors, when dinosaurs were around, had sweat. I mean, they sweat. I could be wrong, actually. I never looked into that. I mean, maybe Sveno would know that. Because Sveno likes dinosaurs and stuff. But like birds, for instance, right? I would have to try and take a little, like a chicken, right? I don't think chickens sweat. I don't think birds sweat. I don't think my birds over here ever sweat. But what they do if they get too hot is they'll spread their wings out. Excuse me. Excuse me. Inside voice. But they spread their wings and kind of flap just a little bit. They kind of like jitter their wings to get the wind moving between their wings. And there's a ton of blood in their wings. Not a ton, but like there's a fair bit of blood in their wings. And moving their wings around will cool off their core temperature. At least I think. I think that's how that works. But I see, like, if it gets hot in this room, my budgies will do that. Sveno says no, Dromaeosauruses didn't sweat. I mean, any dinosaurs, really? Like lizards, right? They don't sweat either. Sweating is unique to humans and hippopotamuses. That's it? What about monkeys? Monkeys sweat too, don't they? Like orangutans? Do orangutans not sweat? Come on, that can't be right. Fine. Random says, I mean, birds don't sweat. Avali would have developed in a similar manner in a colder environment, so they probably don't either. Yeah, they probably would pant like a dog, maybe though. Like an Avali would probably pant, maybe. But like Avali also don't normally have to deal with high heat. I would maybe venture to say if an Avali were in a hot environment, they may use their ears as a way to regulate their temperature as well. Cleaner says, Avali don't need to sweat as they have ammonia in their bloodstream, so naturally they are very cold-blooded, and Avalon is typically negative 50 degrees Fahrenheit in temperature. Yeah, but what if it was like negative 30? Like technically warmer for them, but like, I mean, for us, it would, for humans, it would be incredibly cold, but for Avali, it might be kind of toasty. Random King says mammals in general sweat, with some exceptions. Sveno also says, also, I'm a little confused with the lore because some people say Avali are raptors, but the official lore... Hold on, I need to go say hi to these guys. They're screaming like crazy. Excuse you? Why? Why? What? You guys have food and water. Why are you screaming? Are you guys just having fun? Huh? You guys just having fun? Hmm? Yeah? Peach, what you doing? Huh? What you doing, Peach? You being good? You being good? Who's a good bird? Hi, Peach. Hi, Peach. But the lore said that they're just similar looking. I mean, Avali are raptors. We do joke, and I like to say that Avali are birds because it's so much fun to just call them birds and chirp chirp. And I don't like the birdseed thing though. I don't like it when people think that we birdseed. I mean, look at these things. You don't eat birdseed with those. They want love and attention. I know, right? They're so cute over there. Hi, Ben. Welcome on through. No, humans evolved sweat because they lost their hair. That we know of, humans and hippos are the only animals to ever have sweat unless you count... Okay, you don't count milk. What do you mean? That's something completely different. Just because they are cold to us doesn't mean that they're cold to them as well. Plus, their body temperature would rise with the activity and stuff. Birds are raptors as well, Hayo. Yeah, I mean, technically, like if you really think about it, if you ever take a like, if I were to go over to my birds and wait for them to start screaming like that again, and then take it and then play it back at like 10 times speed, it's literally a roar. It is scary how it sounds. It literally sounds like you're watching Jurassic Park on your phone. It's pretty cool, actually. You guys should try it sometime. Just like go find a bird that's screaming in the trees, and then play it back on your phone really slow. Cleaner says technically they aren't raptors or birds. They're their own thing, as they're not from Earth. Yeah, but they're, come on. The way they stand, the way they hold themselves up for real. Like, we don't normally, like Avali are normally seen standing completely upright, but their normal stance isn't even that. It's just how we do it these days. Because in real life we're humans, and it just looks more normal for us to see it that way. Nova says, "Oh, big thunder noise." No, it's really cool. It's. I'm not even gonna try because I was about to try and like mimic it, but it's really crazy what it sounds like. If you guys ever get a chance, you should definitely try to do that. Humans and hippos are the only animals to sweat, but before the evolution of milk was secreted from the skin. See, again, that's not the same thing. Because there's other... I'm not getting into specifics. I'm not going to do that. Can a monkey sweat? Yes, monkeys can sweat. Okay, so no, random is right. It's more than hip. Okay, hold on. Let me do this. What animals can sweat? Now, because I have to take into account this is an AI overview, and I don't like to do that. Many animals sweat, primarily mammals, to regulate their body temperatures. Humans, horses, and some primates are well known for sweating to cool down through evaporation of sweat from the skin. Why are they screaming so much? Guys. What? What? Don't look at me like that. You guys are the ones making the noise. What? Oh, I think my tracking died again. Hello? Yeah, the tracking died again. The camera's not dead though. I can actually see the tracking camera still tracking over there. But for some reason it just gives up. And it's never done that before. It's always worked. So I don't know what the deal is. Birds aren't actually raptors. They split off earlier with the Maniraptorians in the Jurassic. Nah. You look at their claws. Like even little budgies have like these ridiculous, like they look like they're killer claws. They're not going to do any damage to a human though. Cleaner says, so by pure technicality, Avali aren't raptors. They aren't birds. They're Avali. Avali are Avali. Avali is Avali. I mean, I'm going to stick to my thing. I like to call them birds. Now, if somebody legitimately doesn't want to be called a bird, I'm not going to make a stink about it. I'm going to if they want to be called an Avali or if they want to be called a raptor, I will call them that. It's like Squid Neko comes up to me sometimes and says, "Hey, we're not birds. We're Avali. We're raptors." And I go, "Okay, I will respect that." I'm not going to make a stink about that. If you want to be called a certain thing, I definitely will, as long as you respect that I like to call myself a bird. I've been trying to keep up, but things are moving kind of fast right now. Cleaner, sorry about that. If you want to repeat your message, if you could. Oh wait, hold on. I have the screen open right now. I can actually scroll up. Let's see here. I forgot. I'm not in VR. I can actually look at the chat now. Sveno says this is a very productive conversation. We're talking about little birds or little Avali. Yeah, fighting about it is stupid. Cool Avali respect what other Avali wants to be called and don't fight about it. Yeah, I'll definitely agree with that. I mean, cool people in general will respect what they want to be called, as long as they. So my going about that again. As long as you don't make my day a living hell if I accidentally do it, because that does happen. But if you go, hey, I like to be called a Avali, then yeah, I'm going to call you an Avali. I'm going to call you a raptor, whatever you want to be called, because I want to respect you, and I would expect the same from you. I expect respect from you as well, if you expect respect from me. So, and that goes. Whoop. Oh, that's the test. Okay, we're good. Yeah, it's just a test. We're good. Random says, "Hi-oh, I demand to be called a cactus." Do you actually? I know that's an ongoing thing for you. Let me see if I can find out what Cleaner said here. Oh wait, that's right. Cleaner's on YouTube, not on, because I have to open another chat now. Let's see here. Let's see here. Avali don't sweat. They have ammonia in their bloodstream, so naturally they are very cold-blooded, and Avalon is typically negative 50 degrees in temperature. We read that before. Technically, they aren't raptors or birds. They are their own thing, as they are not from Earth. And then Cleaner says they look like raptors, but they aren't. Raptors are Earth-exclusive thing, as well as birds. They would have their own classification overall due to being aliens. So by pure technicality, Avali aren't raptors. They aren't birds. They are Avali. Avali are Avali. There we go. And I agree with that. But at the same time, I like to call Avali birds, if allowed, because they have feathers. Avali are absolutely freaking adorable, and you can't change my mind on that. I don't care who you are. Avali are adorable. Sveno says we can call it polyphyletic group. This is where two unrelated organisms are grouped together. Avali Nanashi says, well, random likes to poke birds, maybe. Cleaner also says, I'm purely stating my Avali aren't raptors thing off their lore. People can call them whatever they want to, of course. Sveno says, I might have to do that, but I don't know of what related species there are. Okay, so I think I finished that conversation though already. Is that if you want to be called a bird, I'll call you a bird. If you want to be called an Avali, I'll call you an Avali. But before I know what you want to be called, and you just show up to me and you're acting absolutely adorable, I'm gonna call you a bird because that's just what I know Avali as. But then if you come up to me and really like get ticked off at me for calling you a bird, again, I understand, but at the same time, I don't know. I don't know. But if you get really ticked off at me for it, then I'm gonna respect that. I'll still respect you to call you whatever you want, but I'm also going to be like, okay, well, that wasn't handled very well. But that goes for other things too. I'm not going to say exactly what, but if you want to be called something, don't just like, hey, be nice about it. You know? Be nice about it. We're all humans. We all want to be respected. Can you call me autistic? That is not something I would do. Like, even if somebody were to come up to me and do certain things that would be normally categorized as that, I'm not going to go up to you and call you autistic. I don't know if I would be comfortable calling you autistic if you asked me to. Unless it would be some form of endearment or something, but that seems not to be the case. Some people do that, though. Some people do get like a bit of comfort out of being called like not so great things normally by their friends. And I guess if you're on good terms with your friend and you both understand that you're just joking and stuff, that's cool. I'm still learning that myself. I'm 35 and I'm still trying to get that sometimes. I don't like being rude to people. I'm trying to open up to having a little bit of fun that direction, but it just seems so wrong. It just seems so wrong to do that.
Numb to ankles.
No. Cleaner says I'm autistic, so whenever someone calls me that, I'm all like, true. Oh, is Cynic here? What? Hold on, did I miss them? Hold on. Oh, hi, Cynic. I missed your message. Sorry, I normally just read the, you see the chat over here on the right? I read the chat directly from that. So sometimes I miss it. How you doing, Cynic? Guys, if you didn't know, I'm going to do it, guys. I'm going to do it. I'm going to advertise. But I'm not going to advertise myself. Cynic is also a streamer. Yeah. Did you guys know that? You guys should go follow Cynic. We've already rated them a couple times. You may have seen them a couple times already. You should totally follow them. Yeah. They do all kinds of stuff. They're a little bit of a variety streamer right now, it seems. So there's a little bit for everyone over there. Yesterday we were playing some. It looked like some Super Mario. I was unable to stay for an extended period of time. I usually can't stay for an extended period. Whenever I raid someone, I usually have to go right then and there. So I'm sorry I'm not sticking around, Cynic. Super Luigi, yeah. Sveno says I would do a shout out, but it doesn't work. Actually, let me try that. I think it's SO Cynic 1254. I never get a chance to do this because I'm always in my VR headset. Let's try it. Hey, look at that, it works. There's Cynic. And then there's a little video. Oh, they do VR chat too. That has got to be a very old video because that is not their avatar anymore. That is also very small. I need to make that bigger. Oh, look at that. And even Stream Elements like shouted them out. Guys, go follow them. They're right there. Yeah. Their link is right there and everything. I made it super easy. Aw, that's cool. That's cool. But yeah, Cynic is now a very custom volley that I believe they may be the only one to have one of right now. And I believe that's because Cynic actually commissioned that avatar. I only heard that once, like maybe a couple months ago, but I think that's how it was. Yeah. And they even have like an avatar for I don't know what software you use, if it's Warudo or VC Face or something, but they have an avatar for that as well. It's really cool. Sonic says, yeah, I commissioned it. That's awesome. I need to check out other streaming softwares, but I don't know, because right now Warudo is giving me some trouble where it keeps crashing every like couple minutes, but I have no idea why it's doing it. But I'd love to use my what is it called? My Spirit Volley. Try and keep it like, because I've been using the Spirit Volley so much recently that just try and keep it like all branded to one volley. Although it's always really cool to go back to the Diwali sometimes. I have so many things that my phone is reminding me of right now, and I'm totally missing out on it. Now I wonder if I'm going to go live later on today or not, because I actually don't have to be at the SBF meet now. Because Blender's going to do that, and then I'm going to take over for the 8 o'clock meetup later on. If you guys didn't know, we're doing 2 Wowie Wednesdays today. We're going to give it a shot, see how it goes. Uh-oh. Hey. What the heck? What the heck? Cynic? Was that you? Hey. Hey. Hey, what the heck? What the heck, man? You know what I gotta say about that? You know what I gotta say about that? I can do that. 2 can play at this game. Watch this. Oh, wait. Hold on. Make sure I'm getting the name right. There we go. Where's my Cheaty bird? There he is. Go get him. Go get him, Cheaty. Go get him, Cheaty. No, don't you run. Don't you run. You get back here, Cynic. You get back here. You're gonna take this and you're gonna like it. Sorry, Yasher. Sorry, Yasher. Please forgive me. That'll teach him. That'll teach you, Cynic. Hi, Ranny. Hello. How you doing? I know we're being so violent. Hey. 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 Oh, Cynic, if you want to reach out to me, I can give you the skin for this. I forget. I'm pretty sure it's not like a closed thing or anything like that. It's literally the textures from Starbound, I think it is. So I can't imagine that it's copyrighted or anything, but I can definitely give you the all of these little guys down here are all one texture. Oh, see, it broke again. It broke again. I don't know why it's doing that. Now it's stuck not doing anything anymore. But no, it's just a single texture, and then you use the streaming avatar software to redo the textures for individual ones. So that means that people can actually go in there and click one volley character, and then it splits out and gives you like 10 options of colors. Veno says, I keep getting Discord notifications, but it won't tell me what for. Discord is really bad with that. Sometimes whenever you go onto Discord and it says, hey, you have a notification in this chat, And you go click the notification thing, and then it's like, okay, well, where is it? And it's nowhere to be seen. And then I don't know how to find the notifications that mentioned me before. So now I'm trying to like, okay, well, where was I mentioned? And then I just go, you know what, screw it. I'm not going to even pay attention to this. And then you miss out on the message completely. And then later on, you get like a message from somebody. It's like, hey, why'd you ignore me? I'm like, I didn't mean to. Literally, Discord wouldn't tell me what the message was. I'm sorry, okay? Signing says, by the way, I wanted to ask, your Discord link has been floating around a couple volley servers, but I saw you prefer keeping this server small. So do you mind if I join it? Yeah, go for it. Absolutely, 100%. The Discord link for that is under this chat. There you go. There it is. It's incredibly small right now. I'm trying to keep it as simple as possible. I'm trying to... They're doing it again. Why? What? 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 Is it you? Who's doing that? Who's doing that? Who's doing that? Who's being grumpy? Huh? Are you guys being grumpy? I like how I come over here and you guys all act like you're trying to sleep now. Are you just tired? And you're being grumpy about it? Go to sleep. Take a nap. You know how to do that. Yeah. Don't get grumpy with me. What was the other thing I was going to try and say? Yeah, I tried to keep the Discord as simple as possible. So there's a media channel, and then a regular chat channel, and then a recommendations thing. People have already put a couple recommendations in. I don't want to expand the Discord server just yet, because I'm already like moderating. How many servers am I moderating right now? I think I'm moderating four or five different servers right now, which means I have to check on them like every day, on top of the other things I'm doing and stuff. And I don't want to moderate more right now, so I'm keeping it as simple as possible so I can keep an eye on things relatively easily. Yeah, so far so good. I mean, to be honest, all the people that have basically joined into my Discord server are basically members of the SBF as well. And the SBF, even with its 900 plus user base over there, is still like really well behaved if you really think about it. Like for such a large Discord server, I know that sounds really silly. It's like they're really well behaved. Like no, it's you walk in there and it's like you can just say hi, and people say hi back, and you guys just have a good time, and you're snugging and laying on top of people's heads, and it's just a fun time to talk in there. So it's to have those same people join. Delicious. Just to have those same people in my Discord server too is pretty cool. Yeah, see this, the default scene tries to open up or something over here. Well, I think the reason why that's a thing, because it happens to me sometimes. I'll go into like other Discord servers and I'll say like good morning or hi to somebody, or not to somebody, but just to the whole server, and then you get like no response, but then somebody else says hi, and then they go, oh, it's this person, we're gonna say hi to them. And it's like, I don't like that, you know. I don't like it when that kind of stuff happens. And then when that stuff happens, I usually don't stick around for too long. But yeah, we have had that happen a couple times. I'm trying to fix it right now in a couple servers. I'm trying to fix it so that, and not by telling people like, don't forget to say hi to this person, but it's like I like if I see it happening to someone, I try to interact with them myself. And then if I interact with them, then they'll interact with me, and then the rest of the server will see, oh, this new person is cool. So we'll interact with them too, and then eventually, whenever they say hi, they'll actually get said hi back as well. I don't know. It's something I don't like to see. I mean, there's a lot of times. Whoa, sounds scary. No, not at all. I mean, maybe when I was younger, it might have been scary, but not anymore. Like, oh no, saying hi to random people. I say hi to people every single day, especially when you're like a streamer and stuff. You end up saying hi to people you never know. Cookie! What's going? No way. Do I want a cookie right now? Nah, I'm gonna wait until the VR chat stream for that. That is actually made for the VR chat streams because you can actually like see me munch them and stuff. It's kind of fun. Yeah, I'm trying to fix the tracker thing again. If you don't say hi to everyone you pass on the street, we do that. We do that here in the U.S. and maybe sometimes people see us as weird, but I always say like, "Hey, how's it going?" You know, and or "Howdy." Like I do that, and sometimes it takes people aback too. Whenever I do that, it's like, "Howdy." What do you mean, howdy? No one says howdy anymore. It's like, well, I do. Look, we're having a conversation now. Isn't that cool? Slanik says, oh, you have Twitch interactions on your character? Yeah, if you do, I believe it's exclamation point toss or exclamation point hydrate, and there's one more. I think it's exclamation point sticker are all options that you can do. Yeah, sure. Ow! Hey! Wow, sparkles. Sparkles. As an introvert, saying hi to a random stranger is terrifying. Luckily, there are people like Smiley that bring in the quiet verbs into the conversations. Yeah, Smiley's really good with that. Smiley will also sometimes just randomly message you friendly things too. He does that to me as well, even though I'm like literally right next to him. He'll sometimes message me the same thing he's sending other people. Hey, Jurassic. How you doing, Bean? Jurassic says, someone asked me to say hi, howdy in Texan accent once. Howdy. They confirmed I was Texan that way. Wow. Zveno says, Smiley randomly sends me gifts that they made of them dancing. Yeah, he was having a field day with that one day. He was just in an MMD world, and he's like, I'm gonna make a whole bunch of stickers, basically stickers that say friendly things. He also made a couple goofy ones too that I said you probably shouldn't post those in other places, but yeah, almost all of them are just really good, lighthearted, happy-go-lucky things, and I'm even in some of them, which is pretty cool. Jurassic Josh says, but I'm not from, I am not from what I call, or what was historically called, Angelo, Texas, which is where the accent comes from. Interesting. Here, I want to change up the music now, because we are not working. This is like a little bit more upbeat stuff. So let's go over to YouTube. And pull up the more appropriate chat time music here. Sveno says, I thought you were Australian. No. And that's the thing that kind of got me a little... Jurassic, you can stop me if you don't want to talk about this, but that video you posted earlier, I think it was on Blue Sky. What is going on there? The video of like the sky basically screaming at you saying like, hey, the alert has been taken care of. But if you don't want to talk about that, definitely okay. But I was like, I'm pretty sure you're American, and to hear that going on in America was kind of like alerting. I wonder what Tyrannosaurus would look like if they did arm day. They they probably just have like they get these buff arms, but they'd still be short, so they'd be like just these ball things on their chest. US military stuff, I'm on base. It's stuff I'm not used to. You're on base? Are you in the military? Or do you just live near the base? You woke up to explosions once too. It was apparently training exercises, so it was unsettling. Sveno says, I'm so bored I can't wait to start my second stint in the army. Jurassic says, no civilians inside, visiting family. Okay, you're just visiting. Okay. I mean, that's still... I mean, maybe that's just a normal thing that happens over there. So maybe it's not as alarming as... But it sounded pretty alarming to hear that going across the air like that. Sveno says, I'm so bored I can't wait to start my second stint in the army. Are you... You're not... Are you... Wait, Sveno, are you in the US? I don't think I've ever asked you that question. I'm actually not sure. Check laundry. I know that's taken care of. Jurassic says, I've been here for 6 weeks and been here before. That's maybe the second time that's happened. Okay. Well, that's not that bad if it's only happened twice, but it's still not necessarily something you probably want to have here next to where you're living. Zona says, that's cool. The little villages inside bases are always they're so tidy. Yeah, the video looked like they lived in a pretty cool place. They didn't have any grass, but that's to be probably expected of Texas. Sometimes I wonder what it would be like without grass, but at the same time, I personally like to take care of grass. I know some people will say, oh, lawns are just a way for them to get you to take care of grass or something. I don't know. There's a thing that they say that they don't like grass for some reason, or lawns. But I like having grass. It's when you take care of it, and don't go super nuts with it or anything, but if you do take care of it and it looks nice, you feel proud of that, you know? You see the pipes that you leave in the grass, and you see the lines that you make with the lawnmower. And it makes you go like, yeah, I did that. It's so cool. Sveno says, no, I'm UK. It's not technically the army, but I was with the lawnmower. And it makes it's so cool. Sveno says, no, Otter Lover Femboy Twink, thank you for the follow. Jeez. Do you have that name just so that people say it whenever you follow?
Thank you for the follow, Otter Lover Femboy Twink.
ACF for 6 years. It's all the same training and resources, but non-military. Oh, interesting. Cleaner says, I think having a cleanly cut lawn looks really good. I love mowing. I guess that's... Wow. 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 Cleaner says, I want to get a zero-turn riding lawnmower. I mean, it would be kind of cool to do that. No trouble over here, Cleaner. I'll work in here. Otter says, bird. That's me, I'm a bird. Yeah. Sveno says the stream froze. It says I did drop 725 frames, so my internet might have cut out there for a second. My internet is pretty quick, but it does have periodic dropouts every so often. Kyle, you're a stinky bird. Go take a shower. Nuh-uh. Hellwing, what are you talking about? I will bite you. I will bite you. This has been happening recently. Nuh-uh. It's back up. What's going on with Twitch? I'm not dropping any more frames. I'm not sure. Joseph Joss says it'll be back on. Yeah. Cynic says you did freeze for a bit when the person followed. What might have happened is my computer got overloaded. Sometimes the animation it does kind of freaks it out. Sveno says Twitch just paused and bless you. Don't be cringe. Don't be cringe. What? It's just a donut. Why does Twitch have donuts? Yeah, everything should be fine. I could give that a shot. Donuts. Where are you all coming from? All of a sudden, you got... it went from like 10 viewers to like almost 20. What happened? What's going on here? Where are you guys coming from? What is this? Is it a furry raid? Oh my gosh. Oh my goodness gracious. We're just over here talking about a volley. Just little tiny birds. Little raptors. Cleaner says, I found a really cool shop in my town. It's a video game store, and it has some good stuff for sale. It has some old CRT TVs, GameCubes, all types of Xboxes and PlayStations, even a dang Nintendo 64. Heck yeah. We have a store over here too. I'm forgetting the name of it right now. I also probably shouldn't say it because I think it's the only one in the area, and I would probably dox myself if I were to do that. But it also has like records, CDs, audio equipment, stereo receivers, speakers, older games consoles like Game Boys and Game Boy DMGs and stuff, all kinds of stuff like that. Cynic says, birds doing bird things. Hellwing says, yes, and how a volley are ish snacks. You gotta remember, a volley have very sharp teeth too. We can gonna nibble you. Cynic says, fine for me. I think it's your side. Yeah, we haven't dropped any more frames just yet, so I think we are still doing good over here. Zveno says that would be very me. Also, for some reason, I'm in the UTC time zone, but also not in the UTC time zone. What does that mean? What's that mean? Did we get raided and I didn't see it? We actually do have like a sudden influx of viewers, but I don't know where they came from. Let yourself be known. Say hello. Hello, hello, hello. Is there anybody in there? I haven't heard that song in such a long time. I should go listen to that again. Cleaner says, I kind of wish I bought a CRT TV from there instead of getting the massive one I got from the Facebook Marketplace. I don't know, just something about those teeny TVs feels nostalgic. I find like the mid-range, I find any TV that is based on a Trinitron to be the ones that are actually worth keeping around in my house anyway, because I grew up with CRT TVs, so I've gotten like the initial like, oh, it's this TV, oh, it's that TV. I like it. Anything with a Trinitron in it is proper, sharp, and clear. I have 3 CRTs in my house right now. One is a computer monitor that does 1024 by 768, I think, at 85 hertz. And then there's a small, I think 9-inch Trinitron in my bathroom as a music player for whenever you're in there taking a shower or taking a bath or whatever. You have music playing in there. And there's also another music player CRT, which I think is 17 inches in size. But the CRT in the dining room, which is also for music, is considerably blurrier than the one in the bathroom. Like, it's actually hard to read text on that CRT down there than it is up here. Oh, the tracking died again. Nice. Let's close that again. Would you like to save your settings? Sure. There's this one TV I saw that was small and even built in VCR. I think that's actually like a good use case. Having a TV that has a built-in VCR in it. I had a silver flat tube television that was probably like 12 inches in size. I gave that to somebody who had a huge collection of Disney VHSs, and they just got themselves a granddaughter in their family. So that actually is going to get quite a lot of usage. Where did the thing go? There it is. I currently got a 32-inch Sharp CRT. I feel so bad for your back. I remember having to move around a 27-inch CRT television, and that sucked. That was not fun. So 32 inches, I think that takes like a team of 3 or 4 people to move one of those. Those are not light. Signing says, just switch software during stream. I don't have any, because Warudo uses Warudo-specific files, so I don't have any other software that I can use. This one never broke before. It only started doing this today. I don't know if maybe I need to restart my computer or something. Directional light, character, props. Like the scarf on this character isn't even actually there. It's a prop that's on the character. So I think I can just turn it off. Oh, that looks so weird without the glasses. I look like a proper chick without the glasses on. Wow, that's cool. Do you not have a VRM? I have a VRM somewhere of my Diwali. I guess the thing that kind of rocks about the Warudo is it actually has face tracking. You know? Whereas BC Face and stuff don't do that. At least I don't think so. No. Well, VC Face didn't use... Do they? Maybe they updated recently. I don't remember my Diwali being able to animate his face. I had to use button combinations to get that to work. The blend shapes might have just been misconfigured. Maybe. If that's true, that's unfortunate because I paid somebody to do that. Unless I just didn't pay them the money to do the blend shapes. Maybe that's what it was. I don't know. That was like in 2023 I was using that avatar. But BC Face is the software that every other software relies on for face tracking. Ah, I see. Yeah, normally this doesn't break. I don't know. I started having it interact with YouTube and Twitch, and all of a sudden it started having issues since I did that yesterday. Should be pretty easy to configure your avatar for VRM though, because that format is literally made for exporting from Unity. Well, then maybe I'll get my Spirit Volley in there. That'd be pretty cool. Just get my Spirit Volley imported, and then we'll have Cheaty. Maybe I can actually get the resolution right too. What Rarudo does is it tries to be efficient with the camera tracking, and the cameras are technically 720p, and I think the one up there, I have two cameras on here. The one up there is 1080p. But for some reason, Rarudo opens it as a 320p display, and then it doesn't, like, if I get too far away from the camera, it starts making my eyes do weird things. It's so weird. Yeah, Neo has a good tutorial on how to... Neo, really? Huh. I might have to look into that. Definitely. This is some chill music. Wow. I like that. Oh, we got a notification on YouTube. It's still Sveno. Sveno says, I want to know how to go up and down. That is the, I believe, Z and X on your keyboard when you're on desktop mode will allow you to go up and down in VR. Oh, wait. No, you're not on desktop. You're on VR. How do you do that? I think you physically have to go up and down in VR chat to do that. Oh, it's over on YouTube you said something. Yeah, the comment. Can I stick my tongue out? No, I can't. Well, it's... Oh my god, here they go again. I love how I look at them and they stop. Yeah, you have to add Go Loco to your avatar, and then you'll be able to do that. Now, that's not something that avatars just come with. It's part of Go Loco, but there's a way to make yourself go up and down in space. Or you can have a space mover or something. I have been told numerous times I should definitely get that, but I don't like adding things to my VR setup. I like to keep it as simple as possible because it's already breaking. I don't want to add more stuff. Cynic says OVR advanced settings, yeah. On desktop only, not for Android or it is not for Quest. It is not for Quest. Sveno says, "Hi, have you seen that one clip of a parrot sliding down a pole and then tiptoeing to bite someone's butt?" Yes, I have. That's funny. There's other ones too where the parrot just straight up just... Oh no, I think that's actually the video you're talking about. Never mind, you're fine. But guys, it is currently noon, and you know what that means. Noon is for lunchtime. And if it's lunchtime, I need to go feed Smiley because he's going to be on a call for the next 3 hours, which means he needs help getting food and being fed. So I need to go feed him. So I will talk to you guys again soon. Yeah, I'm gonna go make him some lunch. Sveno says, a Volleykin and SBF will go live in an hour. See you later, Hayo. See ya, Sveno. See ya, awesome cyborgs. See ya, Cynic. See ya, Random King, if you're still there. Have a good one, Cleaner. Have a good one, Jurassic Josh. Stay safe out there, okay? Yeah, sure, have a good one. Thanks for joining me. I really appreciate, by the way, guys, that you have been joining me for these little workout streams. It really helps me get through them because I've been struggling with them a little bit. So having people to talk to while I do these things is incredibly nice. So thank you for the support. But I need to get going so I can go feed Smiley and myself. But Smiley needs food too. So I hope you guys have a good one. Until wait, hold on. We have 13 people here. Hold on. Don't go just yet. Hold on, guys. Oh my gosh. Let's go to twitch.tv. We got a raid. And because I'm on PC, I can actually send out the raid person to YouTube as well. Let's see, who's live right now? Oh, that Gebus person is live. That's pretty cool. I don't think I'm going to raid him, though. Potato Foxy is live, but their form of content is jarringly different than mine, so I can't do that. Wapak. Who's Wapak? Oh, I know who that is. That's my one friend's French streamer. I don't think he speaks English though, so that wouldn't make sense to do that. Let's see. Blythefox is still streaming, and I love raiding Blythefox. Let's go raid Blythe. Let Blythefox know you want to drop in and collaborate. I don't want to collaborate. I want to raid them. And I'm not going to give them the option. Yeah, I don't know for sure, Jurassic. I may have to reach out to Blender about that because I think the idea was to move our meetups an hour earlier, which technically would clash with a Bollykin, so I need to talk to him about that. Yeah, Aussie, I do morning streams now so I can get a workout in. I work out and stream while I'm working out so I can talk to you guys and have something to do while I'm on the treadmill and stuff. So it's not so monotonous. I think that's the word I'm looking for. But we may do it earlier, but I don't know for sure. Some people said that it might be better for them because normally the 2 o'clock my time meetups are actually causing issues for some people. Here we go. How do we do this? /raid space Blythefox. There we go. Alrighty, guys. That's going to be it for me today. I'm going to give YouTube a link to the Twitch channel as well. There you go. We're going to head on over there. You guys don't have to do Cheeto Raid or anything like that. I don't think anybody really wants to do that, to be honest. If you want to, go for it. Cheeto Raid or Cheaty Raid, however you want to do it. But just make sure to say hi. Tell them, tell them hi, because, that's what we do around here. We say hi to our friends. Yeah. No, I got to get out of here because I got to go make lunch for Smiley and myself because it is noon. And then I'll be live maybe later because I don't have to do the Wobby Wednesday for the early part. So I'm going to do the stream instead. And then I'll do my Wobby later today. Because I'm going to be doing a Wobby Wednesday at 8 p.m. my time. All right. Oh, wait, I already did that. All right, guys. But until then, thank you everyone so much for joining today. I hope to see you guys again soon. But until next time, this is Hi-Yo Cheetybird signing off. Have a wonderful day, everyone. Bye. Okay, that sounds awesome. Thank you. And to anybody who's still around, thank you so much.